Managing moderators can support my channel. Oh, that's good. I can have a managing moderator. I'm wearing a shirt that was Herbie's. It's a Hanes t-shirt that I dyed this beautiful blue. I'm having watermelon. I'm making nettle tea. I'm going to be drinking nettle tea from yesterday that's cold. And I wanted to make a video to make dinner with you guys. Oops. Is anybody here? I dyed the shirt and the skirt. It's a cotton slip I got on Amazon. And I need to wash the romaine and the Persian cucumbers because I need raw food. I need you guys because I had a holy day from unbelievable day. And I went for a baby hike to move myself through it. And then I went to Whole Foods to make sure I had bananas and avocados and romaine and berries because that cheers me. But basically I realized that I moved my chi today and the guy who owned the place, his chi from like 25 years. The whole living room's been gutted because of the flooding from the refrigerator valve. The entire floor has been ripped up, walls have been opened, big, huge bookshelves were moved out, and it was noisy. There was sawing, there was dust, the fire alarms went off 7 times. Let me make the, it was, and I couldn't leave. My car, my van was like parked in front of their truck, and I needed to move everything out of 3 huge bookshelves. All my crystals, all my books, all my fabric, all my everything that was in there into the studio and find some place for them. And when I realized at the end of the day, I was like, wow, I moved a lot of chi. And I was like, oh my God, I moved like chi that was stuck under the floor, dirt that was stuck under the floor. This man whose house I am the guardian of, and it is now my house. I met him. It's a beautiful story how it happened. His family had to sell. I met him and I was like, Arlie, I would buy this house. He did all the woodwork. He did all the cabinetry. He laid down the pergo floor that got bubbled up when the water went under. I never liked the floor. It was old. It was not laid well. He was old and he was still doing woodworking in the garage where I now have a studio. But I bless everything that he did because it's got soul and it's not perfect. But the floor was something I never liked. So when the water bubbled up from it, I was like, all right, new floor. I didn't realize the walls, my freshly painted walls, the walls behind the refrigerator, the cabinet in my pantry came out. It's been all cut up to make sure that there's no moisture. Thank goodness there's been no mold. I mean, that it was caught in time, but it was, things were ripped out, ripped up, ripped out, and I'm exhausted. And I thought, you know what's going to cheer me? Watermelon, nettle tea, and you guys, and making dinner. And realizing, sometimes when you're in the middle of something, you don't realize what's happening. But I realized like so much chi that was stuck for 25 years has been moved. It's one thing if you move stuff in your house and you're moving chi that got stuck, but when you're moving floors and bookcases that were put in probably 25 years ago, the energy was flying. And dust and whatever. I just don't even know what to say other than nettle tea, because nettle tea is mineralizing and nourishing. So I like to make some each night and then put it in the refrigerator yesterday I made the mistake of drinking my Schizandra berry hibiscus tea at night. Schizandra is energizing. So it's nettle all the way. Thank you for being here and thank you for the thumbs up. I don't know if anybody's commenting, but we're having raw food. It's like 85 days so far. I just can't bring myself to cook any food. Not interested. I had watermelon for dinner last night. I'm having watermelon and then I'm in the mood for tahini. I must need the calcium. I feel so happy to be home. My kitchen's clean, well, fairly. There's a tube. There's been a dehumidifier, a moisture sucker, sucking out the moisture of the air and my air and me. since Thursday. And that's just like every day, it just sucks moisture out of the air, which is the last thing you need in the desert. The first thing you need if you have a flood. And I realized that there were some emotions that I wasn't dealing with, which flooding is emotions. So I'm dealing. It was not easy. The refrigerator valve cried for me. All right, I'm very excited to have the watermelon, you guys. Nettle tea, really strong nettle tea. Nettle tea has minerals in it. It's good for a lot of other things. Who wants to look it up and report back? It's actually good for your nerves. I'm not sure about blood pressure. It's definitely anti-inflammatory. So if you have any nerve or joint inflammation, it's really good. I could just eat watermelon for dinner, but I need something grounding. So something that grew in the earth will be grounding. I'm very alkaline. I've been dealing with this so beautifully, and I think I can attribute it to a number of things, one of them being raw food, and the other one being that I am very Sagittarius-like, because my Imam Cheli is Sagittarius, my midheaven is Gemini, I have optimism at my roots. I literally can't help it but be optimistic. But I'll tell you, at the end of the day, I was like, oh my God. Then I just took a bath, I did a water ritual. I know I need to do some decluttering of things that I've purchased that I just don't need cluttering up. Lovely things. How's everybody doing, and why is nobody commenting? Who's here? Whew. There's literally like this gross tube leading into my sink to capture the water that's in the air. That's like so not how I like to live, but at least I can function in the kitchen. Where's my Kyocera knife? This knife cheers me so. I just love it. There's a cute little place in Venice that sharpened my knives. When I go back, I'm gonna have my other knives, like my original Living Light Culinary Arts Institute knife, sharpened. My cleaver for cutting open coconuts, sharpened. I'm very excited about it. Why is nobody commenting or thumbs upping? Who's here? I'm gonna have a bottom of the bowl salad with, I have ginger already cut up, and I think I'll cut up the garlic. We want to make sure we're not allergic to certain things we're eating. So if you're having migraines or you're having issues, consider getting a food allergy test, because sometimes we just don't need certain foods, and it changes. Like one time I was allergic to apples, I think because I was drinking a lot of apple juice. Then I got allergic to blueberries, I think because I was having a lot of wild blueberries. I'll bet you if I took the food allergy test, ginger and garlic would be on it, and I'm just not listening to any of that right now, because the garlic, it just makes me feel alive, and the ginger, I guess I'll know when it needs to go. Why no comments? That's so not like you guys. What's up? Is this not happening? Why? I got more watermelon, but I want the garlic. I don't even know, you guys, if I have, I don't even know if I have avocado. I do. Oh. This looks sad. This This avocado feels sad. I'll bet you there's something wrong with my chat because you guys always chat me up, which is typical of today. I'm not surprised. That's okay. We're still together. Thumbs up. Gorgeous. You know what? I'm going to blend some ginger today. I'm going to do that. Nobody here? I mean, it's not fun when your floors are ripped up and you have to walk through plastic doors in your house. And this ginger is a little dried, but I think it's going to be nice anyway. And do I need bottom of the bowl? Yes, I do. Bottom of the bowl. The last thing I want to do is make a mess. So this is ideal. All the dressing stuff at the bottom, chop veggies in it, mix it up, fork gets washed, bowl gets washed, and then the knife and the cutting board, and that's it. That's how easy. Thank you. That's so sweet, little Libra. I need, oh. I need, no joke, need the coconut yogurt. The same dressing I've been making, I get in Kick. So I make coconut yogurt, olive oil, lemon juice, salt, dill, pepper, chili flakes, garlic, ginger, and the other night I added nutmeg with dill, and it was amazing. Shakir, hi. I'm so glad you're just lurking, but thank you for commenting because I was like, is there something wrong? So that's nice to know. We're putting in the ginger. Sure, you can have a shout out. Let's all see what are you talking about on your channel? Yes. Little Libra, let's all follow Little Libra, which is the sweetest name ever. So having the garlic, it's gonna make me feel so happy. You'll reach out on Instagram to get your North Node advice sometime soon. Of course. I'm happy to answer here. Oh, I'm looking forward to this garlic. This is self-love. Peeling the garlic, chopping the clove. Self-love, you guys. The bath was, the walk on the earth was. It has been a day of all days. Like, you can't make it up. It's been emotional, dirty, exhausting. But thankfully, here on the bright side, I have wonderful help, really doing great and hard work. It's going to be more beautiful and clean, clear, and bright when it's done than it was before, and it'll feel more like me. But sometimes things have to get messy, and this month, starting July 5th, the new moon in Cancer, things might get messy emotionally and with your home, but you also get to be more intuitive, and that's cool. Let's put in some coconut yogurt. Aw. I will comment after this is over so I remember. I see all comments, and I will go and sub you. I'm happy to. Sometimes you gotta ask for what you need, right? I need thumbs up. I need cheer. I don't want pits today. I don't need anything bitter. Sometimes I let the pits go in, but I do not need the pits. I feel like I'm in the pits. I was today. Imagine 3 huge bookcases filled with stuff just had to be fit in the studio. And because they were about to rip them out. And I was like, oh, here we go. I love when my house is in order and everything's neat and nice. It makes me so happy. What am I making? I'm making raw food. Chopped ginger, chopped dill, salt, lemon juice, coconut yogurt, olive oil, avocado, romaine, and Persian cucumber, all mixed together. And it's gonna be beautiful and crunchy and refreshing, and I'm gonna be so happy. because I love raw food. I had tonics today. I had a smoothie, tonics, matcha, that's it. And I'm hungry. That's a good question. Hey, Sutton. In an astrogeography chart, what does it mean? That lets me know you've been following me, because I call it astrogeography. Other people call it astrocartography. If there are no, and I made an intro to astrogeography course that you can get. I made it really easy, you guys, so that you can look up your astrogeography, and I talk about the crossings in that. So if you don't see the major longitudinal lines, I tell you how to look up the crossings, and you probably have a crossing if you don't have a major line, and that's 1/3 as potent, but it still affects. I'm on a crossing now. I have a little bit of Jupiter, not as much as California, but I'm on a Chiron midheaven crossing, sun descending. I need my house squared away, Victor. I need my house clean. I am like your mom. Like, my houses are immaculate, and they feel like they're levitating, and they're warm, and they're cozy. And when it's just out of sorts, I feel out of sorts. Okay, this is gorgeous. I feel like I want more salt, and I definitely want olive oil. This is the same thing I've been making all week, and it's working for me. I didn't do tahini, which I shall do because I had a craving. I have a Cancer moon. I'm the mom. That's Cancer. And we're having a new moon in Cancer, which is the mom. Family of origin, chosen family, your home, what you need, what you desire. Are you getting it? How are you gonna get it? Get real about it. I don't know, there's some spots in there. It's not pleasing to me right now. And it could be because I stuck my fork with something else in it, but I'm in the mood to only have what is an absolute yes. I'm in Arizona right now. I'm in Sedona, Arizona. I also have Venice, California. So we're gonna mix up the bottom of the bowl. I could put a little nut butter in and dulse for iodine and minerals. That sounds fun. I'm gonna do that at the end. Dulse. What state are you in, little Libra? All right. A little peanut butter for fun. You live in Florida. I used to live in Florida. See, sometimes I don't use a clean spoon to dip in. Then there might be a spot. Okay, that's gorgeous. The flavor of peanut butter. Only use Valencia peanut butter from Trader Joe's. I lived in Delray Beach, Florida for 10 years. New York for 10 years. New Jersey most of my life. And California for 20. And here for 3. Which makes me sound old. I've lived a lot of lives, you guys. Okay, I want to chop up the romaine. I like when my lettuce, even my arugula, all of my lettuce is chopped finely. It's important to me. Takes a little extra time, but it's so worth it. Arizona is super hot right now. So to have moisture in your house, you can imagine that's why I want to eat raw food. It is completely hot. So now I think a lot of the chi that was moved around today, because floors were ripped up, walls were opened, and bookcases were moved out, I think that it's going to start to settle. But if you do a lot of decluttering in your home, you might feel ill. Like, you move chi and it's a lot because there's emotion stored in things. So I'm feeling a lot right now. This is gorgeous. A little chopped. I always taste the dressing before. I think I want chili. Oh my gosh. Whoa. So garlicky. 1 clove. It changes your life. I'm gonna put some pink pepper and some turmeric. Hey Congo Mama, I'm so glad you guys showed up. I needed you. I was so tired and so cranky and sad from all the changes, and sometimes you just feel like you're in it, doing it alone, and you're like, oh. High 90s. Oh wow, yeah, Florida's hot too, and we're humid here because normally it's very dry here, but it's humid because the monsoons have been happening. So we have this gorgeous, gorgeous dressing. For those of you just tuning in, it's fresh minced garlic, minced ginger, salt, lemon juice, turmeric, pink pepper. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory, so is the ginger, and the garlic is antiviral and antimicrobial. You're not getting sick. I'm drinking nettle tea, which is anti-inflammatory and mineralizing. Thank you. It's moist here. I bathed. I put some castor oil on me. I'm eating my raw food, which is hydrating. And here comes the cucumber, which is extremely cooling and hydrating. I'm gonna dip it into the dressing and see. Doing it all alone. There is helpers here and workers here, but you're the one. It's like you. And it can be a little bit like, you just want someone to go, are you okay? How's it going? Let me help you. But that's okay. Here's the thing, you can feel really alone or you can feel really free. You can do what you want to do. You don't have to answer to anybody. But sometimes you are going to feel like, gosh, I have to move the big spider or the dead bird or deal with the workers or handle the paperwork or blah, blah, blah. You know, everything's you, which is really empowering, you know, to be the rescuer of yourself. Sometimes you're like overwhelmed. You're like, oh God, it's a lot. All right. Amen. What I say that deserve the amen. This is absolutely, but this is how I take care of myself. And you know what? I don't have to cook food. I don't have to do anything I don't want. I could eat my fastest salad in the West. I could eat watermelon for dinner. I could eat chocolate for dinner. I could do whatever I want. It's like a little kid realizing that, like, you could do whatever you want. And that's normally how I live. But once in a while, when things get hard, I'm going to wash this. Then I'm going to shake it. Then I'm going to wrap it like a baby in a towel. Then I'm going to stand it up in my refrigerator so the moisture drops into the towel and is washed, dry, and crisp and ready for me for tomorrow. If I want to take one and do a tahini, I'm going to get fresh tahini. If I want to do any little romaine excitement, that's thinking ahead. That's taking care of yourself. This is taking care of yourself. So you could focus like you're alone. Woohoo, I'm alone, and that will happen. But you can shift your consciousness, shift it to like, oh, I'm doing the dulls, to being like, well, I also am highly independent, and that is an amazing thing to be. That's a very empowering thing to be. And depending on your North Node, mine's in Taurus, it is correct for my soul. That's gonna have to be French. It's correct for my soul to stand on my own 2 feet. And sometimes I want to collapse into my Scorpio South Node, where I whisper in the ear of somebody powerful and successful, tell them what to do, and that's how I receive my riches. But in this lifetime, I'm supposed to work hard, then relax hard, enjoy beautiful nature and beautiful foods, and feel independent. And sometimes when you're uncomfortable, you just want to go into your South Node of like, somebody save me. But nobody's saving. That's not what's supposed to happen. I've not been loving these avocados I got, I think in California. They're a little spotty. I got new ones no, they're good though. They're creamy ones. I hate watery avocados. I think they're the biggest bummer. Not the biggest, but they're up there. I have this beautiful chocolate tonic with ashwagandha and maca, which is a little energizing. I think I'll put it in the fridge for tomorrow. And I'll have, I'm making a nettle tea. And I can have that tonight with a little stevia or monk fruits butter. And then just have this tea, a little magnesium. You've been single 26 years and you know how to be single easily. Do you ever have those moments where you're like, why isn't anyone helping me? or doing things or caring or, and I think that people do care. It's not that I feel, what's this top for? Sometimes it just feels like a lot. That's all. I like to put my open little things in a dish, like the lemon, and then just use it tomorrow. I'm gonna do that. I think you get used to it and you feel good. And I think sometimes when you live alone for a long time, it is hard to compromise, where there would have to be a big house with 2 separate kitchens. You hate living by a giant river and 1 hour away from the coast. It's so humid. Oh my gosh. So where in Florida are you? Here's my little bowl for my goodies. I'm having like a whole new house going on here, and that's pretty cool. I'm gonna throw this out. And wash the romaine, take some bites in my salad, because it is so gorgeous. I really want you guys to try this. Sometimes you just need a little pity party, like, and then I get over it. But I was just exhausted today. I think that's what happened. I just got, like, physically and mentally, it was very garlicky. The dulse is a nice addition, although the flavor of the garlic and ginger is stronger than the dulse, but the dulse adds like kind of like a chewy thing, which I love. Yeah, understandable. I love making my brews. This is my nettle. I strain it. I add more water. I strain it, then I use the nettle again to get more out of it. And it's so nice to serve to someone. People do visit. Okay. Actually, this should go in the bowl, not in the bag. I don't like keeping things in a plastic bag. I did not do, oh my God, here's another high. The last one, high, it means life, it's Hebrew. And the other one was like this too. That's so funny. I got two life, l'chaim. Food is good, no such thing as a pity party. What do you mean? Oh, I did the salad dressing. It's fantastic. You're eating too, not as healthy as the food you're making though. I mean, I think the healthy food helps me get through the hard stuff, for real. So let's wrap the baby. We're gonna wrap the baby in the towel, the baby romaine. I love making healthy food. I mean, for the past 3 years, I was making healthy cooked veggie food with rice or potatoes. And the minute I stopped the rice and the potatoes or dehydrated things or gluten-free pastas or rice noodles, I literally lost weight and I started to feel like super energized. Okay, shake, 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 place, wrap, put it up at the top of the towel, like this, top of the towel. So when you cover it and then you wrap it, and that's it. That's how I put it in the refrigerator, standing up. So good. So things you could do with romaine, obviously chop it. You can put tahini, salt, olives, tahini avocado, salt, hot sauce, tahini date, salt, peanut butter, almond butter, salsa, onions. My mom used to like when I did the tahini with apples and raisins and salt. Um, this salad is, I don't know what I made last night, but this might be the same thing. Maybe without the, I think I did, oh, I did cucumber and tomato with the same dressing. This dressing is the bomb. You mean it's all good. Just reminding that celebrating life is a good thing, and eating and having your own time is a good thing as well. Or maybe I misunderstood what you meant by pity party. Pity parties where you're like, boo-hoo, poor me. Poor me, I'm alone and nobody, blah, blah, you know, that. So then what I do is I take care of myself by making food, hanging out with you guys. Do the thumbs up. You guys, we have a lot of people with us tonight. And then I take a bath and I play pretty music, and I got water on my shirt from the baby Romaine. I will make a tonic. I have been having this beautiful, from Moon Juice, magnesium. It comes in packets or a jar, and just in water, whether it's warm, hot, cold, in nut milk, in a juice. This helps you sleep, and it's no hangover. Magnesium and melatonin. You can get one with just magnesium. All right, we did it. I'm gonna put it, and I gotta put it up on it. All right, I have watermelon rind in the refrigerator so I can make juice out of it. If you have organic watermelon, you eat the inside like this, and then you juice the rind, you cut it up. You do the pity party thing sometimes too then. You gotta just take care of yourself. Sometimes crawling into bed with a good book or a silly little movie. So that's it. Mine is hanging out with you guys. Ooh, the towel went in my tonic. I feel better already. There's something about the food. Like if you don't eat the good food, you're not gonna feel as good as you could with the food. I felt better already. Sometimes it just takes a little nurturing, a little nettle, a little salad, a little hangout with you guys. I don't know what happened to this tahini, but I'm gonna say bye. You gotta follow your intuition. If something feels off, it's off. People, places, things, food. It's great. It's great. I get a little crazy when there's no order in the house, and there can't be order when you don't have a floor and your walls are ripped open. But my bedroom is orderly, and at least I'm so grateful that my kitchen is clean enough to make food. You know, there was a couple nights where I was like, I can't even be in here to like deal with this. But I was like, no, I could do it. I've been making my smoothies. One of my favorite juices on a hot day is watermelon and mint. Yum. Oh, that sounds so good. We're gonna wash the dishes together. I'm gonna get another towel. I love this towel. It's from Do's and Home, and I just love this towel. So cute. See how easy it is to clean up after your bottom of the bowl salad? Like, that's crazy. Crazy easy. I did all the things. I took a hike. I went to the Whole Foods. I went to Whole Foods to get the romaine and a new watermelon and berries and avocado and bananas, because I always have to have those. And then if I showed you guys this house, you'll be like, oh my God, maybe I'll show you tomorrow. And then I came home and took a bath and did a water ritual. And then I decided to make dinner. And now I'm gonna crawl. I'm either gonna art journal and draw and eat, or just watch something silly to like peace out, because I deserve it. Victor, I was raw vegan for a while and seemed to walk around hungry. Yeah, I think Does the hunger ever pass? Yes, 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 yes. You have to eat enough when you eat raw vegan. You have to eat enough calories, and eventually you get used to not that dense feeling of being full. I think a lot of people are not accustomed to that feeling of not having that density, and I actually prefer to feel light, and you eventually eat less and less. But I say make it fatty, put walnuts, put pumpkin seeds. If you need to, put things that make it heartier, more avocado, more tahini, not too much nuts. Seeds are better. Eat more. That's what I would say. And it does pass. It's just a different feeling. And I'm used to this feeling, and I like this feeling. Like, I won't be able to eat this whole thing. Excuse me. I'm going to hang up soon. So everybody, thumbs up. Cheers. I made it through today with flying colors. If you want to see what the house looks like, go look at my live on Instagram. The fire alarm was going off, the workers are working, and I made it through the day. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. It means so much to me to have our community, because you never know when someone needs it. I might need it. You might need it. Sweet dreams. Lots of love, everybody, and get your greens on, because it really does make a difference. Bye.